Hey, the Vikings got a win, but there's still issues with this 2023 team. Welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus. The Minnesota Vikings finally get a tally in the win column. They beat the Carolina Panthers 21-13. And despite the win, we're all feeling good. We all feel very good about the win. We love it. It feels so damn good. But there's still some issues that haunt this team, that plague this, if you want to say. And I got three of them that continue to just keep on coming up no matter if we win or we lose. Before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, become a YouTube member as well. There's my lights. And yeah, so let's talk about these issues plaguing the Minnesota Vikings. Again, you get a win, great, but we saw all these come up again, even in the game against the Carolina Panthers, even in the victory. The issues that have started with this team since week one continue to rear their ugly heads, and we're going to talk about them. So let's start with play calling. At times, this offense just seems to lack rhythm. It seems to lack any kind of focus. We've seen a lot of these little screen plays that don't work, passes behind the line of scrimmage that get blown up, CJ Ham being involved in the passing game. When this thing works, you're throwing the ball down the field to Justin Jefferson, to Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. You're attacking. We did this all last year, put up a shit ton of points, moved the ball with ease. We even did this, especially the game against the Eagles. We fell behind, so we're throwing the ball down the field. Some of these play calling, it makes no sense. Even the game plan, you maybe want to take this a step further. You play the Chargers with a horrible secondary, and what we do, we continue to run the football. We run the football, run the football, run the football. Why not attack their weakness with our strength? That one was head scratching. I look at the game against the Panthers. The biggest thing I come back to is we're up 21-13. We get the ball back about 7 minutes. Alexander Madison busts off a 9-yard run on first down, and we can't convert that. Are you kidding me, KOC? You're supposed to be this master play call. You have nothing in the playbook that can convert, a 2nd and 1 when you want to milk the clock and keep this, offense going and take seconds off the clock. There's nothing in your playbook that can come up with that. So that was a little frustrating to see. Again, they end up running again and get stuffed, and they throw some weird ass bomb to Justin Jefferson on the sideline, giving the ball back to the Panthers with like 6 minutes left. Thank God the defense stood up and rose to the occasion there. But again, some of these play calling decisions by the head coach, he's the one calling the plays, and it makes you wonder at times what he's actually thinking. If he's overthinking it, if he's getting too cute, I don't know. I mean, to me, you throw the ball to Justin Jefferson over and over and over again. Speaking with over, let's talk about turnovers. The Vikings, again, they got the win, but they lost the turnover battle 2-1, which I think puts them at -8 for the season. Yes, they got the big one where they scored. They matched the 99 interception return touchdown that the Panthers got early with their own long scoop and score fumble. Thank you, Harrison Smith. DJ Wanham picking it up, scoring on that one. So that was great. But again, these things keep happening. I mean, this time it was Kirk Cousins. The interception was horrible, staring down KJ Osborne, then just kind of throwing a fluttering pass over there. Very, very easy interception. And then before the next one, he gets hit. Ball goes straight up in the air. Another easy interception for the Panthers. Both their points, their 10 points, came off of these turnovers. You play clean football, you dominate this game. You play clean football, you beat the Bucks week 1. You play clean football, you beat the Chargers week 3. You play clean football, maybe you beat the Eagles in week 2. You have to clean this thing up. You're not going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs losing the turnover battle. You have to have a perfect game. You have to win the turnover battle. You can't lose it and beat a team like the Chiefs. You're not going to beat the Niners losing the turnover battle. Not every team is the Carolina Panthers. Vikings have to clean it up, and these turnovers just do not go away. My hope is this, though, that the fact that they turned the ball over twice, they got one back, they still won the game. Maybe that's what they needed to exercise this demon. Maybe that's what had to happen to get this trend to stop and to flip. But right now, they got a long way to go if they're ever going to get that turnover margin in their favor this season. -8 is unbelievable. And the last issue that still plagues or still haunts this 2023 Minnesota Vikings team is just sticking with the status quo. You bring in some new faces. We did get to see Cam Akers mixed in, which was nice. And I do love the potential of this Akers, Madison, two-headed monster. Both these guys run physical. I think that's going to wear down some defensive lines. But Ed Ingram, I mean, you look at what he does. I know he does well at run blocking. But when he makes a mistake, it's like this catastrophic mistake that usually results either in another team getting the ball, other team scoring, or killing a drive. I mean, look at it in last week's game against the Panthers. He blew through Gross Matus coming through. He misses the block, hits Cousins, ball goes straight up in the air, ends up as an interception. Earlier in the season against the Bucs, he knocks the ball to Kirk Cousins' hands, giving it to the Bucs deep inside their around our own territory. So they have scoring off that thing. So these are game-changing mistakes that Ed Ingram makes. Yeah, he does some things okay. I think he actually had graded out well last week. This week it wasn't so good. But you have Dalton Risner now. Give him try something else. Do something different. If it's the same result, fine. But I just don't see Risner making the catastrophic mistakes that Ed Ingram does, and he does over and over and over again. So yeah, let's get that thing cleaned up. Let's get all these issues cleaned up, and the Vikings will be ready to rock. We will be getting a lot more wins, not just one against a shitty team like the Panthers. But don't mean this to be a negative video. Just want to say there's definitely some issues that still haunt this team. Still some things they have to overcome. Some of these are mental. Some of these are just game planning. Maybe some of these are just doesn't hurt to try something different. So let me know in the comments. Is there any other issues that are plaguing the Vikings that you think we should be talking about? And until then, keep your skull in your hole.